ভাষা আন্দোলনের ওই রাতে বাংলা ভাষা আন্দোলনের টিম ঢাকা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয় ঢাকা মেডিকেল কলেজের ছাত্র এবং আমাদের প্রাণপ্রিয় হাফিজ ভাই এখানে আছেন। তো শুনবো প্রত্যক্ষদর্শী হাফিজ ভাইয়ের মুখে সে রাত্রের ঘটনা এবং সেই দিনের কিছু উল্লেখযোগ্য ঘটনা। তো সবাইকে অনুরোধ করব, অনুগ্রহপূর্বক আমরা মন দিয়ে এই অনবদ্য সুযোগটাকে হারাতে চাই না। সো আমরা সবাই একটু শুনতে চাই তার মধ্যে। সো অনুগ্রহপূর্বক আপনারা একটু ধৈর্যের সাথে শুনবেন, আমরা সবাই মিলে শুনতে চাই। থ্যাংক ইউ।
And again, for those of you who don't understand Bangla, among us in our Bengali community, we have a man right here, Mr. Abdul Hafiz, who was there on that night when all of our brave martyrs fought and died for the right to speak Bangla. So we are very lucky to have him here to discuss his experiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you regarding the language movement in so-called East Pakistan. A lot of you probably know that the language movement started on 21st February. It isn't so. The language movement almost started as soon as Pakistan was born. Pakistan was born on the 15th of August, 1947. I was 17 years old. We were so happy that Pakistan was born, and we celebrated that occasion. But within 2 months, in the later part of September of 1947, the Parliament of Pakistan declared that Urdu and only Urdu will be the state language of Pakistan. That did not go too well in East Pakistan, and the students in the Dhaka University did protested vehemently about this decision. By October of 1947, the money order forms, the railroad tickets, postcards were all written in Urdu and English. It was a great blow to the Bengalis in East Pakistan. And after this, believe it or not, some of the Bangladeshi politicians, they got involved in this. They even tried to Islamize Bangla by proposing that Bangla should be written in Arabic script. And that way, the Bangla will be Islamized. And believe it or not again, that some of the politicians from Bangladesh, the then East Pakistan, were involved in it. I was born in Dhaka, so naturally I was a supporter of the Muslim League in the beginning. And even I did not feel very comfortable with this. My brother, the eldest son of my father, he was a parliament member from Patna. I did tell him that this is not right, because this way we will be put backwards, because we will be dominated by somebody else. Well, it did not go too well, so the movement was continued for a while. 1950, we had another demonstration. I was first year medical student in 1950. There was a movement for making Bangla as one of the state languages of Pakistan. At that time, many people were arrested. I was not actively involved in politics. I was never involved in politics, but somehow or other we started to feel very uncomfortable by the decisions of the Pakistan government. There was a very strict dictum by my mother and my brother that you be a studious student and get your medical education quickly. So I became one of those they call Purva Chhatra. That means you study and nothing else. And that's the way I stayed away from the politics of Bengali movement. But in the second year of medical college, the university got very active with the movement for making Bangla as one of the state languages. And Dhaka Medical College Hostel became the headquarters for that. Now those who are old enough probably have seen the Dhaka Medical College Hostel. It was nothing but 21 sheds of barracks, just like the army used to do. There are 21 such barracks. I have a picture here. In the background you can see barrack number 12. We were preparing for our semi-annual examination in the hostel itself. I did not stay in the hostel, but my study circle was in the hostel. So we were studying for the examination on the 21st of February 1952. And outside there was a lot of slogans and noise regarding the protest for Bengali movement. Suddenly, we heard the army has arrived at the medical college hostel. And we went out of the room and we saw many soldiers from East Pakistan Rifles standing just outside the medical college hostel gate. It was scary, and without any previous notice, they started shooting. And I saw a man drop on the road, the Fuller Road, and he just, his brain just blew up like explosion, and he fell on the ground and just shivered for a few seconds, and that was very scary and really emotional for me. And minutes later, Minutes later, there was another firing, and another man fell right in front of barrack number 12. This man, the second man, was inside of the hostel perimeters. That means the soldiers got inside an academic institution and fired at the students. That was very emotional for all of us. And a few moments later, there was another fire. This time it happened probably about 25 yards from where we were standing. And we just ran and picked up that man, bleeding from all over, and we took him to the hospital through the back entrance that we had between the hostel and the hospital. That man died before we could reach the emergency room. Barkat was shot in his, that was the second man in front of barrack number 12. He survived for another 6 hours. Major Allinson, Professor Novak tried their best to keep him alive, but he died. There were many other shootings, and all the students kind of got scared and ran for their lives. That night, we did not do anything. Next day, on the 22nd of July, there was another procession in front of the High Court. The old High Court building that you have seen is opposite to the Curzon Hall. Over there was another round of shootings, and in which 2 children, one was probably 11, another one 7, they died. They were bystanders, and they got killed. The government announced that 3 people were killed during these 2 days. It wasn't so, because at that time I used to carry a camera all the time with me, and I went into the morgue and took a picture of 7 dead bodies lined up. So that picture was put in the paper, and then the police got after me. I went underground. But before that, the students decided, the medical college students decided that they want to build a Shahid Smriti Shoudh. And Badrul Alam, one of my friends, Badrul Alam, he was good with drawings. He sketched the design for the Smriti Shoudh, and the medical students are very proud to say that the very first Smriti Shoudh was built during the whole night of 23rd of February 1952. On the 24th of February at 8 o'clock in the morning, the monument was exposed to the public. It was still raw. The cement was still wet, but still we opened it for public viewing, and I had the opportunity of taking a picture of that. I have it right here. This is one of the pictures has become viral and is now exhibited at the Bangla Museum, Language Museum in Dhaka. But the The life of this monument was only 2 days. On the 26th of February 1952, the army came and destroyed this building. They couldn't do it manually, so they had to bring in a truck to demolish this. The language movement was so intense that the momentum carried on, and in 1956 finally the Pakistan government decided that okay, Bengali will be one of the state language of Pakistan. So this is the history that I can tell you. It has gone over a period of about 8 years, but I am just telling you this in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
Again, a big thank you to Dr. Hafiz for sharing this genetic moment with us. The 1952 language movement was an immense tragedy because of the amount of lives that were lost. And this tragedy inspired one major song that is in the heart of every Bengali worldwide. Amar vhi'r rokte ragano. It's a song that describes the tragedy of the loss of all of those medical students and the innocent bystanders who were killed in the massacre on that fateful day in 1952. And sharing their rendition with us will be the Bassfl chorus here to sing that song. So please, ladies, if we can have you up here.